Hello, welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Kee. We're live yet again for the FIFA Club World Cup quarter-final, Paris Saint Germain against Bayern Munich. Really not sure what to make of this one either, to be honest. The FIFA Club World Cup's thrown up some mad results, and we don't really know what to make of it. I mean, hopefully this one's going to be a good game. I guess that's all we can really hope for. But I'm looking forward to it nonetheless. Really, really good to have you all here. I can see the comments coming in already across Twitch, X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. We're live across them all. Make sure you have followed if you haven't already. Make sure you give us a like on the video. Make sure you've subscribed if nothing else. And a big thank you, as always, to our sponsors on the channel, Match Bingo. Match Bingo continuing to sponsor all of our Premier League Dad watch-alongs throughout the season, throughout the pre-season. And a big thank you to them for continuing to support the channel. If you haven't yet, please do go and download the Match Bingo app on your phone. You can go and do it by clicking the link in my description or by scanning the QR code which is on screen. It's not on screen right now, but it will be on screen in just a second. And if you do, please go and download it, and you will get, if you deposit just £5, you get £10 free. Can't say further than that. You can win yourself up to 250 quid by just buying a bingo card for this game, maybe. Just right now, you can get, I think, £2 gets you a bingo card, and for that bingo card, you'll get 15 random events that can take place during the game. It can be things like, for example, corner to Bayern Munich, or free kick to PSG, or whatever it might be. And as those things happen during the game, you will see them marked off during the game on your app, on your bingo card. You get prizes for a line, prizes for 2 lines, and prizes for a full house. And as I say, you can win yourself a small fortune. Hopefully you do. Fingers crossed for you. I've got my bingo card. Go and get yours. Let me know what you're thinking about this game. And if you do have a win, like I say, let me know. Massive thank you again to Match Bingo. And with that said, let's get underway. They're doing a minute's silence here, as they have done in all the recent games, to be honest, both in the Women's Euros and in the FIFA Club World Cup. Yeah, they've done lots and lots of minutes silences recently. Just to commemorate Diogo Jota and his brother Andre, of course. Hang on a second, I've not even put that on. There you go, that's what I was after doing. Okay. Right. Okay, bit better now. Hey. Right. Okay, let me know what you're thinking on this one. Callum, Walker to Burnley. What the hell was that? Kieran, good to see you. Chimey, good to see you. Callum says PSG 3, Bayern 1. Michael says 5-0 to Bayern. Okay, so we've got quite a scope in what people seem to think will happen in this one. Something tells me, I mean, PSG are the better team. PSG are the better team, aren't they? They are the better team. So something tells me PSG will take this one. Let me know what you're thinking. Right, here we go. Let's get my stuff going on TikTok. Okay, right, and we're off. Let's get the coverage underway. Chimey, I'll never bet against Bayern. I'll never bet again, full stop, after the recent events we've had on this channel. Never bet again. That's it. No more. Afternoon, Key. Have you had a haircut again? I've not, mate. No, I've just slicked it down. It's quite, yeah. No, it's exactly the same. I've not had a haircut again. No, it is just the same. But thank you. It's just getting shorter by the day. Slicked it back. Slick Rick. Adama, hello Key. Hope we're good tonight. You're doing the 8 PM game anyways. Hope you're feeling okay after our tragic news. Hope there's goals, and more goals. Yeah, me too, mate. Yeah, I'm hoping so. In terms of tonight, so I am doing the 9 p.m. game, which is Real Madrid against Dortmund. So that's the Real Madrid. The 9 p.m. game in the Club World Cup is Real Madrid Dortmund. We are going to go live at 7:45, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the first half of what's it called? England women and France women. So we'll watch England women, France women for the first half. We'll go live at 7:45. England women, France women. As soon as that's finished, straight over to Dortmund and Real Madrid. So we'll watch the full Real Madrid Dortmund game, but we'll watch the first half of England women and France women. So yeah. But nobody seems to remember that it's Real Madrid and Real Madrid and Dortmund kicking off at 9, not 8. Chimey, thoughts on Mbappe winning the Golden Boot with less goals than Gyökeres? To be honest, I think the weighting system apply where PSG are in here. PSG are in here. Shots, just wide. Terrific defending from Bayern. Desiree Doué there with the shot just wide of the near post. Really, really poor defending from, was it Sacha Bowie? Sacha Bowie just getting caught on the ball. I think it was Bowie anyway. Steve, I hate betting. Done it for 35 years, never won. Mate, honestly, I'd just stay away from it. Stay away from it. Adama, okay, mate, sounds good. Key. Yeah, I was going to say, just coming back to the whole Gyökeres and Mbappe thing, it feels right that the leagues are weighted ever so slightly. Because to me, I just don't think the Portuguese league is on the same planet as most others. Like I said, if Jose Fonte is 41 and he's still playing regularly at centre-back for a mid-table, Portuguese team, that tells you a lot. PNT, is Chelsea going to get Kudus instead of Spurs? Well, look, listen, the breaking news, the mad breaking news today, which has literally just come out in the last, half an hour, 45 minutes or so, is that Arsenal have agreed personal terms with Noni Madueke. And once Chelsea are out of the Club World Cup, everyone is expecting that deal to accelerate. Arsenal looking like they're going to get Madueke instead of Rodrigo. What is going on there? What is going on there? Madueke over Rodrigo. I mean, apparently, according to The Athletic, this is from David Ornstein, Athletic are reporting that it's going to be... the Arsenal were looking at Eze, Morgan Rogers and Madueke. Those were the three they looked at. Morgan Rogers, Eze, Madueke. And they went with Madueke. They didn't get Rogers, they didn't get Eze, or they didn't go for those. They focused entirely on Madueke. And that is, I think, what's going to cost them the title in the end. United forever. Hi, Key. Good to see you, mate. How's it going? 1 second. What was I saying? Tolga. How's it going, Tolga? PSG, Bayern Munich, half-time, full-time, 2-2. You're saying 2-2, half-time, full-time. What does that mean, Tolga? Come on. What does that mean? Oh, okay. Chimey, don't bet. No, I don't, mate. I'm just clarifying. I can't stand it. I'm just making sure we're all on the same page here now. Callum, PSG to beat Real Madrid in the Club World Cup final is my prediction of it all. That can't happen, Callum. No, that can't happen, Callum. It can't be PSG and Real in the final. It can't be that. It's PSG and Real are on the same side. So PSG and Real Madrid could face each other in the semi-final. They can't play in the final. So the semi-final, one semi-final, is already Chelsea against Fluminense. That's decided. Chelsea, Fluminense, one semi-final. Real Madrid or Dortmund tonight, and PSG and Bayern are in the other semi-final. So it's Chelsea, Fluminense, One of those will be in the final, and I think it's probably going to be... I honestly think it's going to be Chelsea and Real Madrid at this point. United forever. Is it a swap deal with Madueke and Wanyeri? Well, no. According to Ornstein and Romano, they're both saying it's completely separate deals. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But I've literally said this for months. I got slated on this channel from Arsenal fans who kept saying to me, there's no way Wanyeri's going to leave. There's no way Wanyeri's going to leave. And I said, honestly, it's like a watershed moment. It's like a watershed moment when Arsenal were playing PSG in the Champions League. They needed goals, and Arteta brought on players like Ben White and Calafiori instead of Wanyeri. He left Wanyeri on the bench. Arsenal needed goals. He didn't bring on attackers. He brought on a defender and a midfielder. He chose those players over Wanyeri. And I think at that point you could see Wanyeri on the bench. He was like, what is going on here? He has done everything he can possibly do as a young player. He's played... I think it was like 20-odd games he played for Arsenal towards the end of the season. He was basically... Right, I mean, he was pretty consistently in the side. But as soon as Saka came back... He just dropped him. He didn't give him any chances. And I think Wanyeri's looking at it and going, well, hang on a minute. That's a clear window of what next season is going to be like. And obviously, understandably, people think Wanyeri is, he's a generational talent. He's someone that is, got plenty of ability. I keep coming back to that fact. Only Michael Owen and Wayne Rooney have scored more goals than Ethan Wanyeri under the age of 18. Only Wayne Rooney and Michael Owen, and think how good those were. Now, Ethan Wanyeri to be doing that and in that sort of a company, I think it affords him lots and lots of eyes on him. And I think Arsenal should be giving him more time. So for me, it's not surprising that he wants to leave, and he's refusing to sign a contract thus far. United forever, Chelsea buying Wanyeri, then Arsenal buying Madueke. Nostalgia Bunker, I think Arsenal want Rodrigo, but it's up to Real if they want to sell. I honestly, mate, I don't think for 1 second that they will get they'll get Rodrigo. If they get Madueke, they won't get Rodrigo. Because they've got Martinelli, they've got Saka, they've also got Trossard. They're now looking like they'll have Madueke and they'll have Wanyeri. They don't need another winger. So unless they do sell Martinelli or Wanyeri, or Martinelli and Wanyeri, could be both. Unless they sell one of those, and this is what Romano said, didn't he? He said that Wanyeri will not leave. Arsenal will not get Rodrigo unless they sell Martinelli. 3-star Reds, bonjour. If Arsenal not going for Eze means Forest still have a chance of signing him. No, Forest won't get Eze, mate. Come on, Forest won't get Eze. I don't mean this nastily, but surely if you're gonna go to Forest, you might as well stay at Palace. Like, he's happy at Palace. He's comfortable at Palace. He's just won something at Palace. He's a legend at Palace. He can do no wrong at Palace. Obviously, he's from that area in London. So, to me, it just seems like an unnecessary risk to go to Nottingham Forest. I think if Eze was going to leave Palace for anyone, it would be for a Champions League club. It would be for a club that can offer him Champions League football and compete for titles. And Forest, with the best will in the world, mate, as respectful as I can be, that's not Forest right now. And I also, by the way, I don't think he'd go to Newcastle. So it's not anything. I think if Eze was going to leave Palace, he would be going to a Bayern, he'd be going to an Arsenal, a Liverpool, a City. Or maybe a Chelsea. I don't think they're signing everyone at the minute. QWERTY, do you own a Celtic top? Nope. I don't. Be yourself, Dylan. Hey, how's it going, Dylan? Good to see you. I'm having Chinese tonight. Very nice. Not really my thing, Chinese, but whatever works for you, mate. United forever. What is Madueke going to help for Arsenal? Doubt he'll start over Saka. Madueke's left-sided. He plays where Martinelli does. He can play left. He can play right. So for me, I think they would have Saka, Madueke, Martinelli kind of rotating a little bit, but Madueke can play on the left as well. He can go either side. Nostalgia Bunker, he got punished for turning up late to training. I think Arteta doesn't like his attitude. Mistake. See, but that's it. But that's the problem. That is the problem. I honestly think if if Arteta has dropped Wanyery for that, and he's done it in the past with other players, hasn't he? He's dropped Wanyery for that. He dropped Aubameyang because Aubameyang was late back from, I think his mother was, did his mother die in Africa? His mother had died in Africa, or his mother was very poorly in Africa, and Aubameyang got special leave to go and see her, go and spend time with his family. He was late coming back, and Arteta basically said you dropped, and he never played him again for Arsenal. So he banished him. Ozil was kind of the same with the whole, supporting the Chinese Muslim situation. There was a kit man who was dropped over comments about Palestine and things like that. And now, obviously, that does beg a belief as to why Thomas Partey kind of got continued to be played. That does just make you feel a little bit like, everyone else sort of was okay, but Thomas Partey got played for another 3 years. Callum, are Liverpool still playing Preston on the 13th? I think your guess is as good as mine on that one, mate. I would say I would imagine so, yes. There's 8 days until that happens. The funeral for Jota was today. I do think Liverpool probably do focus on adhering to that friendly. And it will be, as cold and unemotional as that can be. I would imagine that it's probably business as usual now from Liverpool, which again is not. It's not going to be easy, but it is how it kind of has to be. It's part of the grieving process, isn't it? Evening, Pedro Lover. How's it going, Joe? The media was shocking at Jota's funeral again. Oh my God! Honestly, have you seen the state? Have you seen the absolute state of that post that the BBC put on? The BBC have lowered themselves yet again, honestly, like lower than a snake's belly, the BBC. Absolutely vile. Literally, this is word for word the statement. It said, the family have requested privacy in their moment of grief. ... But you can watch live all of the funeral service and updates and live pictures by clicking on our watch live link here. Ugh. And honestly, it does just make you think, in what world is that acceptable? Imagine you had just died and your family have asked for a little bit of privacy, a little bit of peace. Please just give us a bit of time to process all this. And then you get strangers rocking up, taking pictures of your wife and your mum crying around your casket, around your coffin. And then they post them all online for clicks and money. Shameless, these people. Absolutely shameless. And if you have any self-respect, any dignity yourself, the first thing you should do is when you see them things, whoever it is who's sharing them, unfollow him. Whoever it is who's posting them, unfollow him. Don't respond to it. Don't like. Don't comment. Just unfollow him. And remember him as well if you can. Remember him. Don't even go near him again. That's the absolute best thing you can do. I won't go on the Daily Mail. I won't go on the Sun. I won't go any of that for obvious reasons, dating back many years. The Daily Mail, they have absolutely ruined any chance of Liverpool and Wolves. I mean, Wolves fans are just as irate about it as well. It's disgusting. It's vile. Nostalgia Bunker, I always talk to Lee from AFTV after games, and he said Wanyery is leaving. Sad, very high ceiling. Wanyery's fantastic. Wanyery is absolutely fantastic. Really, really top player. And I think he will move on to another top Premier League. I would love him at Liverpool. I know Liverpool have probably got a lot of other things thinking about right now, but at some point in the future, I'm sure we'll have to think of a Mohamed Salah replacement, and I can't think of one better than Ethan Wanyery. Ethan Wanyery is as close to that sort of a profile as I would like to see for Liverpool. I think he's brilliant. Callum, Manchester News too. Yeah, Manchester News have been just as bad. AM10, hi mate, the title on TikTok is still Fluminense versus Al Hilal. Is it really? I don't know how I can change that, to be honest. I've no idea how I can change it. Oh well. ZQXV, Bayern is such a good team. Yeah, Yeah, Bayern have got all the ball so far, haven't they? All the ball so far. 15 minutes in. Well, 16. Is it 15 or 16, that? 16. ZQXV, especially Michael Elise. Lisha, Jota's wife holding onto the coffin while walking out with it really had me. But isn't that the most vile thing that we've seen? That isn't that the most evil thing that we've seen? That private moment of grief, like his wife and his family, his mum, sobbing, heartbroken. All they've asked for, literally all they've asked for, is a bit of privacy. All they've asked for is a bit of privacy in this moment, and you've literally got full cameras. Like every single cameraman, crew, news company, whatever, that is out there right now, abhorrent. Absolutely appalling. Absolutely appalling. And yeah, anyone, I mean, there's loads of people who've shared, pictures of it and stuff like that. As soon as I've seen people sharing pictures of that funeral, immediately gone, unfollowed, not interested. Don't comment and try and, I can't believe you've done this or anything. Just unfollow him. Just don't unfollow him. Best thing you can do, just unfollow him. You've got even the shred of decency about you. There is some company I seen on here selling Jota sweatshirts. Disgusting, mate. I mean, it doesn't really surprise me. It doesn't really surprise me. Kvaratskhelia to the back post there. Very, very nearly. Very, very nearly. I need a corner in the first half for PSG. I've somehow managed to put that on. A corner in the first half for PSG. Nostalgia Bunker, I actually don't mind Madueke, but I hope this is Berta cooking to get Eze. Mate, there's no way that you get Eze and Madueke. There's unless you're selling Martinelli. Unless you're selling Martinelli and you've got that all sorted, then maybe outside chance. But I don't see Martinelli going to anywhere other than Saudi. And I'm not even sure that, I think only Saudi clubs could afford Martinelli, because you're looking at 200 million. You're looking at 80 million plus for him, aren't you? And I don't know if there's an English or European club that would pay 80 million for Martinelli. He's in the same bracket as Luis Diaz, but he's not as good, is he? So Luis Diaz would go before Martinelli, and I'm just not sure that I mean, maybe he is. Maybe he's up for going to Saudi. I don't know. Maybe he's up for it, but he strikes me as a really ambitious and competitive player. And I don't think that Martinelli would be, or at least I hope not. I hope that he would be more inclined to stay in Europe and stay in the Premier League. But yeah, Madueke's been replaced by Gittins at Chelsea. He's, that's effectively saying to Madueke, yeah, it's time to go. So Madueke will leave at Chelsea, I'm sure of that. Arsenal seem to be picking that up. But Madueke, because he's an England player as well, I can't see him going to Arsenal. Imagine Madueke leaves Chelsea to go to Arsenal. Why is he leaving Chelsea? He's leaving Chelsea to get game time, isn't he? So, and if he's playing in a World Cup year as well for England, you'd have to imagine that there's no way at all he would go to Arsenal unless he had absolute assurances that he was going to be playing regularly. Or at least fairly regularly. So, if he was coming in as a backup, there's no way Arsenal sign Rodrigo now. No way they sign Rodrigo now. If they're going for Madueke, they have basically admitted publicly that Rodrigo and Eze are off the table. David Ornstein has said in The Athletic, Arsenal were looking at 3 players, Rodrigo, Eze, no, 4 players. Rodrigo, Eze, Rodgers and Madueke, and they've gone with Madueke. Rodgers off. Eze off. Rodrigo evidently too expensive or off the table. So they've gone with Madueke. Callum, Kieran, bit too soon, but does Nunes stay now? Again, mate, I'd still say, for the time being, it's not really wise to discuss Liverpool transfer news. Chance for PSG, just over the bar. Rubes, brother, good to see you, mate. How's it going? Ben, yes, Key, you good, mate? I'm good, mate. Yeah, how are you? Hopefully you're all ready for. Well, you're all recovered after a long week at work. Adama, correct, should respect their privacy, disgusting. You'll never walk alone, Diogo and Andre. Yeah, it's very sad. It's very, very sad. Lisha, totally agree with you, Key. It's morally disgusting that people normalise stuff like that nowadays. And for people who share and engage on the post are even worse, because that's where these new outlets get their ego and fame from. True enough. It's true enough. Steve, good luck to the England women tonight in their first Euro game. Yes, England women against France kicks off at 8 p.m. We'll be live at 7:45 for the first half of it, at least. We're only going to be watching the first half, and then we'll do Real Madrid against Dortmund, which kicks off at 9, by the way, if you haven't already, or if you weren't already aware. Right, I've just put a poll up on YouTube. Who will be in the FIFA Club World Cup final? Is it going to be Chelsea against Real Madrid? Is it going to be Chelsea against PSG? Is it going to be Chelsea against Bayern? Or is it going to be Fluminense against Dortmund? Who's it going to be? Let me know what you're thinking. ZQXV, congrats on the 3K, mate. Cheers, thank you very much for that, mate. Really appreciate it. Steve, good luck to the England women tonight. Pedri Lover streaming Euro Women or World Cup. We'll be doing both, mate. Yeah, effectively. We'll be doing the first half of the Euros, the Women's Euros, and then we'll be doing the Club World Cup. Real Madrid against Dortmund straight after it. Steve, your country is playing and you want to cover a Real Madrid game. Lol. Mate, I'll be honest with you. I'm not really English. No, I am English. No, Steve, he is English. I am English, sorry. I am English, but I'm not an England fan. I'm not an England fan. Yeah. So I don't support the English national team in any way, shape or form. But to each their own and all that. Nostalgia Bunker, this Sesko Gyökeres situation is so frustrating, but I'm confident that Berta knows what he's doing. Really? Why? Why are you confident of that? I've got to be honest, I just think Sesko or Gyökeres, whoever it is, they're not going to be the players that take Arsenal, up to the title. I just can't see him doing it. Be yourself, Dylan. I'm Scottish, but I was born in England. Nice. Like that. You're like Scott McTominay. You're like the Scott McTominay of TikTok. Scottish, but born in England. See, I did one of them ancestry DNA things, and it said that I was 12% Swedish. I don't know where that comes from, but according to my DNA, I'm basically a Viking. 12% Swedish. Just call me Zlatan Premier League Dad. Just call me Kee Brahimovic. Nostalgia Bunker, I think Edu put all his eggs in one basket and that's why he failed last year. Onye, Arsenal coming for Madueke, personal terms been agreed. Yeah, absolutely. ZQXV, just realised I can see how long I've watched your streams on the subscribe thing. 364 minutes in total. You need to rack them up, mate. You need to bump those numbers up. They're rookie hours. They're rookie numbers. Dan, how's it going? Dan, hello, Machan. Rubes, when have you been right about anything, though? That's rude. Rude, Rubes. Callum Gwed, Swede lad. 3-star Reds, looking like this could be a low-scoring game. This needs a goal to spark it into life. You might get one. Donnarumma came out there. I think he was impeded. Refs give a free kick. Onye, Arsenal need a Rodrigo and an Osimhen to push for the league title rather than Eze and Sesko. They're not getting Eze, mate. If they're getting Madueke, they're not getting Eze. It'll be Madueke and that's it. Madueke, maybe then Sesko or Gyökeres, which there's no way they're winning the league title. No chance. Peace out, Dylan. My nickname is Dylanio because my favourite player was Ronaldinho. Nice. No skill Aaron is my thing bugged, or does your live title on TikTok still say yesterday's game? Apparently it does, yeah. I don't know why. If I was that bothered, I'd probably turn it. I could just end the stream and restart it. I don't know why. Maybe I've just forgot to edit the title. Usually I'm pretty good at editing it, but I must have just forgot before I've gone live. So, yeah, sorry, it does. But I am watching the PSG Bayern game. We are live for that. Razine, how are you, mate? Gotta say, not in the mood to watch this game. Really waiting for the hate watch. Hope BVB can pull off an all-timer and beat me. Oh, beat Real Madrid. Sorry. Beat Real Madrid. I don't think they can. I'll be watching that, though, at 9 PM. We will be live for Real Madrid against Dortmund. If I'm really honest, I think that one's going to be pretty straightforward. So, yeah, time will tell. Is it a corner, that? Is that a corner? Does he give a corner? What's he give? Goal kick. He's claimed for the penalty, but he's not getting it. Be yourself, Dylan. Penalty shout. No penalty there. Rube, so Arsenal are winning the league. No chance. Not happening. 3-star Reds, Arsenal not winning the league, Rubes. Oh, he's just saying it because I've said they're not. Rubes. I mean, that's, yeah. Rubes has very little faith in me. Very, very little faith. No skill, Aaron. Arsenal signing Noni is odd. What is he even for? They have Saka and Wanyeri already to cover. Well, no, Romano is saying that Chelsea are speaking to Arsenal about Wanyeri. Wanyeri is refusing to sign a contract at Arsenal. Onye, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't rate Donnarumma. His performances for Italy are horrible. Oh, I rate him. He is a good goalie. I just don't think he's like an all-timer. Chance here for Bayern. Oh, that's a really good block. Really important block there at the back by PSG. Very, very difficult for PSG to get hold of the ball at the minute. Every time they're knocking it long, but PSG just not quite winning the second balls. And Bayern are picking it up and hitting them in transition. They're able to get it through the thirds very, very quickly. And, yeah, they had a good chance there. It was nearly 2v1 for Bayern. 2v1, and if he'd have just got that pass right, it was a good block in the end by, I think it was Marquinhos who just positioned himself well. But a very, very good block by PSG to stop the 1v1. Now PSG come forward up the other end with Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia down the left-hand side. He beats his man. Can he score? Oh, ow, ow! Very nearly. Good save by Neuer. Good save. ZQXV. No, Nuno Mendes is struggling versus Elise. To be honest, I think the whole midfield of Bayern is struggling. Of PSG is struggling. Bayern are winning all the second balls. Briley, how's it going, Briley? Good to see you. Onye Wanyeri is a really good talent. If he went to Chelsea, he'd develop into a top winger in a few years. Be yourself, Dylan. It's because company can shoot. That's why Bayern are good at attacking. Liverpool lover, who do you have winning England versus France? I've got England or draw. That's what I've backed in the women's game. Yeah, England or draw. Rubes, if Key says they aren't winning, they are. I love you, but your record is not that good. I think you might have got you. Yeah, you've probably got me there. Razine Key, I think the final will be Chelsea and Bayern like in 2012. Sadly, I was too young to watch that Champions League final. I was like 5 or something. Okay. Ronnie Dodge, hey mate, good to see you, Ronnie. Cheers for coming over to YouTube. Big thank you to everyone that has crisscrossed over from TikTok to YouTube. Big thank you to those. Lisha, Jude's English accent with the Spanish is so funny to listen to. I've not heard it. What's going on here? Bowie coming back on or what? Michael, Chelsea walking the Club World Cup. I mean, to be fair, they've played like just Brazilian sides up to this point. They've not really had a tough game, but chances are the first tough game they'll probably have is in the final against probably Real Madrid or Bayern or PSG, and at that point they'll get absolutely smashed. Roddy, I can't believe United have just got their first player from Paraguay. He's an 18-year-old kid, but clearly has first-team ambitions. I was going to mention that, actually. So, they've just signed this young Paraguayan left-back called Diego Leon. Now, Diego Leon played for Cerro Porteño in the Paraguayan League. He played something like 25 games last season at 18 years of age in the top flight of Paraguay, which, you know, whatever you make of that, that's still good for an 18-year-old kid. And not only that, he's gone to United. I can only imagine he's going to go out on loan because I can't see him getting ahead of Harry Amas and I can't see him getting ahead of Dorgu. So what's the point? I guess he's going to have to go out on loan, isn't he? It's not a bad signing from United. Jay Transavilla, are you watching Bayern Munich? Yes, that's what we're watching, PSG and Bayern. That's the game we're watching. I might need to end the live, mightn't I, and restart it. I think it's worth ending it and restarting it. A few people coming in thinking I'm watching something different from yesterday's game. MDog Footballers, I've come from TikTok. Cheers, MDog. Thank you for that, mate. Really appreciate that. Massive thank you for moving across from TikTok. Big help. Thank you for supporting the channel, mate. Razine, who do you think's a better option for us? It's just my list. Zaragoza, Nusa, Leao, Diaz. I'd go for Leao or Zaragoza. Zaragoza's just 11 million, great on the flanks, and experience in La Liga as well. Yeah, Zaragoza's a good player. I think as backup, which is all he would ever be, it's not a terrible signing. Nusa, I think he'll want games. I think he'll want minutes, and I don't think he gets that at Barca. Probably the same for Leao, probably the same for Diaz. I think you'd probably end up with Rashford. I honestly think that's the end result, because Rashford is probably only willing to drop his wages for Barcelona. I think he would go from 325 to like 200 for Barcelona. Like, if he got a move to Barca, he'd be happy with that. So I think that's what happens. I think Man United and Barca can do a deal where Rashford ends up there, and that probably makes a lot of sense. Yeah. As you're saying there, Ronnie, yeah, Barcelona not getting Nico Williams, they'll probably go for Rashford. It feels like Rashford is the one they'll end up with. So, yeah, Rashford to Barca, probably my next shout. Brighton have signed that De Kuyper kid, isn't it? Yeah, Maxim De Kuyper, great young fullback. Another top signing for Brighton. At left back as well. At left back. Does that maybe mean that Estupinan's moving on? Stupinan's been really good at left back for him. I would imagine maybe that means a Stupinan's... Yeah, maybe a Stupinan's leaving. Thank you for the follow. Is it Ryan? Ryan, cheers for the follow, Ryan. Pedri Lover, Fluminense will be tough, mate. Yeah, I mean, they will, but I don't know if they'll be that tough that it'll probably prevent them from... I don't know, maybe you're right. Ollie Martin, Stupinan has asked to leave. Has he really? That's news to me. Okay, fair enough. Stupinan leaving Brighton. Where does he go then, maybe? Back to La Liga? Maybe? A couple of teams need a left back, don't they? He's a good player, really good player. Cheers for the follow, Joe. Massive thank you to Joe for following. Alicia, have you not seen his or his dad's quote about his future next season? But who? Whose quotes? Whose future? Rashford's. Are we on about Rashford here? Razine, Rashford is an inside forward, plays more on the channels. I think a loan would be a viable option considering his consistency. Yeah, maybe it is a loan. Maybe it is a loan. The problem is Rashford just needs... He needs someone that's willing to pay him anywhere close to the 325k a week that he's on at United. United might foot some of the bill. I honestly think Rashford plays for United again. I do. I think he's had the numbers stripped off him, but I think Amorim leaves Man United before Rashford does. Marcus Rashford will still be a Man United player when his contract is ending in 2028. 2028 is when his contract officially ends. I think a month before that, he'll still be on United's books. Because there's absolutely no way that they get someone to sign him for that sort of money. Pedri Lover, Hercules can be a top 5 Premier League player. Agree or disagree? Shut up. You're obviously doing that to wind everyone up. ZQXV, how hasn't Kane scored? Mate, that was close. He's being pushed. That's really, really good defending from Marquinhos, I think. Callum, a Stupinan to Atletico, you're thinking. Okay, a Stupinan to Atletico will be interesting. Ronnie, I really hate the Bayern shirt. Looks like they have a Santa beard on it. Kieran, the new Ipswich shirt is out. I'm at 7 out of 10 rating the shirt, to be honest. Can't say I've seen Ipswich's new shirt. Ben, love how Sunderland are having a proper go in the market. Yeah, they've just signed. Is it Chalby? They've just signed from... I think it's from Bruges, isn't it? Couple of great signings from Sunderland. They're really going for it. I think the one that I'm waiting on them signing, the one that they've been linked with, is Cresswell. Because I'm telling you, if they get Cresswell and they've got Cresswell and Ballard at the back, they ain't going down next season. They are not going down next season with Cresswell and Ballard at the back. No chance. Unless one of them gets a massive injury. Bayern, chance. Skied it. Shocking. Yeah, there's no way Sunderland go down if they sign Cresswell. Cresswell from Toulouse keeps them up. Top defender. Really good young defender. Was mega impressed with him in the Euros for England. I think he was probably the Euros' best tournament. White LeBron. Something's not okay with Dom and the Hungarian media is silent. What do you mean something's not okay with Dom? What's wrong with him? What do you think's wrong with him? I mean, he posted training videos the other day. I've just seen Sobbers Lies posted videos of him training, running in the sun, and he looks great. He looks fine. I'd be surprised if there is anything wrong with him, to be honest. ZQXV, they've signed that Reynaldo, and he's meant to be on 70k a week. Reynaldo from Atletico. Reynildo, isn't it? It's Reynildo. Mandava. Sunderland. Chance for Bayern. Oh, what a save by Donnarumma. Really, really unlucky. Yeah, Sunderland have offered Reynildo Mandava a 2-year contract worth 65k a week, following the 31-year-old left back, 31-year-old left back's release from Atletico Madrid. So it's whether or not he accepts. He's still not accepted. He's still not accepted. But Sunderland are chasing Charlie Cresswell from Toulouse. He's got an £18 million buyout clause. That is absolute peanuts for Charlie Cresswell. He's absolute peanuts. Jay Tranter, Jota's contracted at Liverpool for another 2 years. So he's not, mate. His contract will be terminated and it'll be paid up in full the same way you would expect it to be. So, yeah, his contract is terminated. It'll be up and paid up and there'll be insurance and all that sort of stuff that happens. Rubes, he's just lost a teammate. Well, yeah, teammate, a friend, a brother. You know, he's just lost everything. He's obviously going to be grieving. But I don't think there's necessarily anything massively wrong. Lisha, Diego Leon. I've not seen his dad's comments or quotes. No, Pedri lover. Bayern. Oh, that's a great bit of play. Hakimi's been done there. Good ball into the middle, cleared away. Has there been a corner for PSG yet? Because that's gonna finish me off here. All I needed was a PSG corner. I don't think they've had one, have they? PSG corner, come on. It's like 2 minutes left. Ah, come on, PSG. I need a PSG corner in the next few minutes. 3-star Reds, take my hat off to you. How do you manage all that editing? Still struggling to print documents at the correct size. Do you recommend any courses that do editing online? Mate, I promise you, I have not taken any courses. I have never, before I started this channel, I've never edited a thing in my life. And I don't enjoy it because I'm pretty poor at it. I am pretty terrible at it. Now, I'm not aware of any courses because I've never taken any courses. I've just literally downloaded the software that you need to edit, made a video that's rough and just got the footage and just had a play about. And you start and you'll be crap, you'll be terrible, and you'll get better. And that's literally all I can say. And you'll you know, try things and it'll work. You'll try things and it'll look awful. You know, you'll just learn as you go along. But yeah, that's all I've done. And I'm still terrible, but I'm hopefully getting better each time. Oh, I just called you Pedri. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, Licia. Sorry. It's because there was one just above it from Pedri Lover. That's what it was. Sorry. I read it wrong. I apologise, Licia. Bogdan! Hello, sir. Good to see you again. Very good to see you, Bogdan. How are things? Rubes, I studied media production. Nice. Well done you. See, I'd have loved to have done media production. My sister-in-law does something in the realms of that. I don't know exactly what the course is called. Bayern are in here. Chance. Oh, he's fallen. He's done it. He's nice. Fluffed it. Bogdan, how is PSG doing? PSG are doing pretty poorly. It's all Bayern, if I'm really honest. Bayern have got them boxed in. PSG haven't really had many chances. Bayern have had a couple of half chances. Nothing major, but a couple of half chances. Bayern have had 2 corners. PSG haven't had a single one. There's 3 minutes of added on time at the end of the first half here. Joe, Key, do you need any help in chat? Probably not immediately. But in time, I would imagine, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it falls flat on its face and it doesn't get any bigger than it is now. If it does keep getting bigger, then great. You know, I'll probably reach out to some people and ask if they will help. But as of now, mate, no. Thank you though. I really do appreciate it. There's some guy in chat who there was a fella who was saying yeah, some awful stuff, and I just immediately muted him and blocked him. Yeah, just honestly, just desperate for attention. Oh, it's 1-0. It's 1-0 Bayern. It's 1-0 Bayern. It was a free kick over to the far post, and Upamecano, big header, smashes it into the bottom corner. PSG 0, Bayern 1. There you go. Rubes, I can give you tips. To be honest, what I would need is... That's offside, That's offside. Definitely offside. That's going to get ruled out. That is 100% going to get ruled out. It's going to get ruled out. Yeah, it is. There you go. Offside. PSG 0, Bayern 0. It's not a goal. It's offside. Yeah, I think I would love somebody to sort of show me how you make videos. Not necessarily the editing aspect, but actual video production. Like, how do I create a nice like graphic and stuff? That's what I'd need. That's what I'd need someone to help me with. So yeah, but I'd need him to like sit down. Rather than me pay him to do it, I'd rather just pay someone to show me how to do it. Like just talk it through. Tolga, offside, 0-0. Joe, his comments are still showing for me. I've muted him and blocked him, so he shouldn't be able to say anything in the live again. Yeah, he's been muted and blocked. But yeah, I'll have a look. I'll have a look for you as well. 3-star Reds, if there's particular... I mean, do you know what I would advise you to do? If you are wanting to start, get something like... What's it like? What is it I use? I mean, you can use a few different things. Many people use like Adobe or stuff like that. I just use CapCut, because I find CapCut's quite good. But I have used Adobe, I've used other stuff. But get a piece of software that you're quite comfortable with, or just pick one. Just pick one and go with that for now, and see which one you think you like. But I found CapCut to be the most user friendly, so I got CapCut, and then literally just go on YouTube and search CapCut tutorials. CapCut tutorials, you'll learn loads on that. To be honest, there's not really anything that you can't learn on YouTube now. You can learn anything in a couple of hours on YouTube. Right, it's half time. PSG 0, Bayern 0. Yet again, we're at half time in the Club World Cup, and it's saying, you know, it's feeling like it's been a bit of a naff first half. I mean, how many times have we said that in this competition? Very, very disappointing. Rubes, I think that with videos, it's all about the content and the length. It is, but I think the bits that I try to... It's little stuff. It's, you know, like when little stuff pops up on the screen, and it's like just like little like sounds that go with it, just like little stuff like that, or, you know, little effects that just make it look a little bit more professional and not as tacky. Like a lot of the videos I look back on that I made even just a few months ago, pretty naff, and I wouldn't make them like that again. But you have to be crap to get better, don't you? That's how it works. Jake, thoughts on Burnley signing Kyle Walker? I haven't really got a view. He's an experienced defender. I don't think he necessarily keeps him up. He's just, and yeah, he's... I don't know, what can you say about Kyle Walker? Bit of a nightmare in his personal life. I think he's finished as a footballer, really, at the very, very top level. Could he be half decent for Burnley? Possibly. Good leader, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what he's like in the dressing room, but I'm not sure I'd love a leader like that. Lisha, that tackle looks awful, Key, there on Jamal. I didn't see that. Jake Pike 96, real Rio to QPR vibes. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Rio Ferdinand to QPR, Kyle Walker to Burnley. Absolutely the same sort of thing. I like that. Yeah, very, very much alongside the same sort of thinking. Rubes with sounds, it's about layering. No, I know, mate. It's honestly, it is just like for me. I'm just pretty rubbish at it, and I also don't enjoy the process either. So I think that's part of it. It's not necessarily that I'm rubbish at it. I just hate it. So if I hate it, then I'm less likely to be good at it. Whereas, yeah, you gotta find some sort of enjoyment in the process, and I don't like it. In an ideal world, I would literally just record videos and send them to someone else to edit for me, but I don't. I'm not Mark Goldbridge. I haven't got any sort of team behind me. It's literally just me doing everything. Ben's seen a pic of him before in the Burnley top, signing the contract. Someone said this will be the new Ferdinand to QPR. Well, there you go. That seems to be the noise around it. Did you see his unveiling video? It was Lionel Richie, wasn't it? It was the hello video. And it was Kyle Walker sculpting Lionel Richie's face. It was all a bit mad. All a bit mad. ZQXV, I think it's like when Rafinha tackled Elliott. I'm not sure, though. This year, he's not coming back on next half. He looks like he broke his foot there, not going to lie. 124, PSG forgot how to play football. Normally bury them 2 chances. They just seem like they're having one of them games, aren't they, PSG? A little bit like they did against Botafogo, to be honest. A reminder as well, by the way, tomorrow. So we've got a couple of things tomorrow. So tonight, again, just a quick reminder for everyone that is watching. Tonight we're going to be live for England women against France women, 7:45. But we're only going to watch the first half in that one, and then we're going to switch over to Real Madrid against Dortmund, which kicks off at 9 p.m. We're going to watch that one tonight after this game. Tomorrow, we have 3 games. I've got a treat for you tomorrow. I've got 3 games. I don't know why the scoreboard just gone off. I've got 3 games tomorrow. So, the first game is at 2 p.m. kickoff. So, it's obviously an early afternoon one. It's our first pre-season friendly. It's Rangers against Club Bruges. It's at 2 p.m. kickoff, so I'll be live at about 1 o'clock for Club Bruges and Rangers up at Ibrox. First pre-season friendly of the summer, and we'll see how that one goes. Straight after that, we've got 2 UEFA Women's Euros games. First up, it is... Who is it we've got tomorrow, actually? First up is Norway and Finland, and then after that, it's Switzerland and Iceland. So, yeah, we've got a good few games tomorrow. 2 tonight, 3 tomorrow. Ostermorg, I've heard Musiala got injured. How bad is it? I've just watched it back. Let me see if they've got a better angle for it. Because I thought it was a bad tackle, but I didn't think it was going to be like a season ender or anything like that. But let me watch it back. Oh yeah, no, that is absolutely, that is a. I don't know if it's his ankle. It might be his low. If he's lucky, it's his ankle. If he's lucky, it's his ankle. It's Donnarumma's gone for the ball, and he's landed his full weight on Musiala. I mean, do you know what? Do you know what the sad thing is? If that was instead of his top half, I know he's a goalkeeper. He's allowed to go for it with his hands. But if his hands were legs, hear me out. If his hands were legs, that would be a red card tackle. If his hands were legs, that'd be a red card tackle from Donnarumma, because he's gone through the player to get the ball, and there's absolutely no way that would have been allowed. But it is what it is. The player will definitely not be coming out second half. I'll tell you that much. His foot was like that, like he's hanging, not just not good anyway. But yeah, Musiala, 100%. That's a bad injury. It's a very, very bad injury. Rubes, you should get a team together. I mean, yeah, I'd like a team together. I'd have to pay him some money, and I haven't got any money, so it's one of them. I'd need to maybe once the channel's in a position where if it's potentially in the future making any sort of money, then I could probably do something like that. 3-star Reds. DAZN announced earlier that next season they're covering Italian games and also have a shed load of pre-season games over the next few weeks after the Club World Cup. Yeah, I have. I'm subscribed to DAZN, so I've got a load of games coming up that I'm going to be watching. That I think are pay-per-view effectively, but I've got the Rangers game tomorrow. Club Brugge against Rangers, pre-season friendly tomorrow. Be yourself, Dylan. I got asked to promote some artist's song with a dance. Okay. And have they offered you? I assume they've offered you some money for that. I mean, mate, whatever. I guess you've got to. You never. Do you know what I would say, Dylan? You never know how long you've got in terms of. Well, I mean, we could look at that deeper, couldn't we? You never know how long you've got in terms of life, but you never know how long you've got in terms of this platform. There's been talk of TikTok being banned in parts of the world, so you never know. You never know what could happen. Yeah, you could never know what could happen, mate. So, just see what happens and go for it. Jake Pike, Jesus, his foot was sideways. Yeah, it was bad. That was bad. Said QXV, is this the Dylan? Alright, it's the Dylan, alright. It's absolutely the Dylan. My mate Dylan, good lad. Top lad. J Pike 96, as a City fan, the way he left City really left a bad taste in my mouth with the things he said. Why? What did he say? What did he say? What interview did he say? Oh, he said he'd swap the Premier League he captained us to for that Spurs Europa. Oh, right, okay. Is that bad, though? Is that really that bad? I guess what he's saying there is, mate, is that he's won loads of stuff with City, whereas, winning one thing with Spurs means, like, everything to Spurs. Like, I think he'd have probably applied that logic to Newcastle as well. Like, winning that Newcastle League Cup is massive for Newcastle because they've won nothing in, like, 70 years. So it's huge for them. It's the same with Palace and the FA Cup. It's the same with Spurs and the Europa League. All that sort of stuff. It makes a massive difference. So I kind of get where he's coming from. Ostermorg, it means more. Where have I heard that before? Well, yeah. This means more. Yeah, people are saying, did they even check for a penalty with Musiala? Well, they didn't check for a penalty with Musiala. I think they should have done. I think Donnarumma possibly should have been sent off. I honestly do. I think he's gone through the player. Honestly, I don't want to jinx it, but I'll tell you something. Musiala, that genuinely could be him out for certainly the rest of this year. Looking at how bad that is, I've never seen a player go down like that and be back within like a couple of months. That's a good 3 or 4 months away, that, isn't it? That's as a bare minimum, could be even more than that. There you go, Luke. That's him out for the World Cup. I don't necessarily think it's him out for the World Cup. I mean, I think worst case scenario, you never know. He could be lucky. It could be lucky. It could be a clean break. If it's a clean break, sometimes you can recover really, really quickly. Ostermorg, is it similar to the Elliott one? Yes. Yeah, it looked a little bit similar to the Elliott one. But again, Harvey Elliott's was a clean break. Everyone said that he got really lucky in that one against Leeds. And he was back. I mean, I'll tell you now how long he was actually out for. After that injury against Leeds, he was out for... Oh, he was out for like 2.5 months, maybe nearly 3 months. 3 months, he missed 18 games with a broken foot. That was a broken foot, but I'll be honest, that was oh no, sorry, no, that was broken foot. That wasn't what he got. This was a dislocation fracture of the ankle joint. That was the one against Leeds, wasn't it? Yes, that was 141 days. So he was out for, I mean, that's like 5 months, isn't it? That's basically 5 months, near as damn it. So 5 months Harvey Elliott was out for, which again, that takes us to maybe Christmas time. Maybe Christmas time for Musiala, if he's lucky, if it's a clean break. If it's not, then you're probably looking at the early part of next year. So, yeah, it's that's rough. That is very, very rough for Musiala. But it shows you, like I say, Harvey Elliott did come back from something like that. So, yeah, with a bit of luck, Musiala will too. Jake Pike, and in a pre-season friendly tournament too. That's awful for Bayern. ZQXV, Bayern will probably still win the league without him though. Well, that also kind of compounds the whole Florian Wirtz situation as well, isn't it? You know, the whole Florian Wirtz turning Bayern down, and one of the reasons he turned him down was because he said to company, you know, how are you going to fit me and Musiala in? Because apparently there's an issue with him and Musiala in the national team. They never can quite get them both working together. So he asked company, how are you going to fit me and Jamal Musiala in the same team? Company didn't have a solid answer. Now, he hasn't got Musiala, could be 4, 5, maybe 6 months, maybe longer, who knows? But it looks a really bad one. Yeah, it looks a really, really bad one, that. And it just reinforces what an utterly pointless tournament this was. CR7 GOAT, Madueke is joining Arsenal. Yeah, Madueke joining Arsenal. Maybe Wanyuri joining Chelsea as well. Gotta wait and see. 3-star Reds, all you lads and lasses who make the time and effort to make football streams or any other stream deserve nothing but praise. I mean, you say it's nothing but praise, mate. I mean, I spend a lot of my time questioning how bloody stupid I am. Because I've done nothing but work all my life, and I decided to do something on the... It's not a spur of the moment thing. It was something me and the wife thought about. We said, no, we're gonna give this a bloody good go. Quit our jobs, give this a go, see if we can make it work. We'll give ourselves 12 months. And you wouldn't believe how often I sit there and think, oh, you stupid, stupid man. What have you done? Just go and get a job again, Kee. You're skint. Go and get a job again. But no, we crack on, and we'll see where we are around Christmas time. Maybe it's doing a bit better than it is now. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's fallen to bits. And if it has, then at least we've had a laugh. If nothing else, we've had a good chuckle. If I do go and get a job, I might end up keeping the channel. I'll probably just do maybe a stream once a week, maybe just on a weekend if I'm not falling to bits from working down the mines. Jake Pike 96, a bit of a touchy subject, but do you think Arsenal will face questions over Partey? So wrong. It's really tough, Jake. It's really, really tough, and I can kind of see where Arsenal not see where they're coming from, but I have a limited amount of sympathy, a little degree of sympathy for Arsenal, because I don't know what they could have done. I don't know what the expectation is for him to have done. Like, the player, the police didn't have any evidence against him. The police couldn't bring charges against him. They admitted themselves they didn't have enough evidence to bring a case against him for 3 years. So I think for me, all of the frustration and the anger should be directed against the police. It should be directed against, a group of people who haven't been able to sufficiently build a case against this man who allegedly has done some horrific stuff. But we have to be guided by the fact that, Benjamin Mendy was accused of this and similar stuff, and he's been found not guilty. So, we have to remember the standard in this country, at least, is innocent until proven guilty. We have no idea whether or not it is, we don't know. We don't know. Until we know, we don't know. So Arsenal, I don't think they could have done. I would hope, maybe I'm wrong, I would hope that Arsenal, if he'd have been charged, they would have done the right thing. They would have suspended him. They would have, taken him away, taken him out of the team. But if the police have been telling Arsenal, and I'm sure Arsenal will have conducted their own legal advice throughout this whole process, if the police are telling Arsenal, look, we've got no case against, there is no case to answer at this moment in time. Maybe in time there will be if there's new evidence that comes to light, but at this moment in time, he's not got any charges against him. He hasn't got any charge. So if there's no charge hanging over Thomas Partey, then what can Arsenal do short of carry on as normal? I don't know what they could have done. If the police had said, we think there's a charge here, then fair enough. Then maybe Arsenal have done something wrong. But there's been no charge. These charges were allegations were made in what, 2022, 3 years ago. Nothing's happened in 3 years. I kind of feel like Arsenal have to be guided by the police a little bit, and the police are the ultimate authority. So if the police say charge, then Arsenal can do something. If they don't charge him and there's no charge to answer, and Arsenal suspend him without pay, or even suspend him with pay, there's big legal ramifications for that. Very, very legal ramifications, like massive legal ramifications for that. The culture, hope Musiala can come back from that injury. The same player, you've got to hope so, yeah. ZQXV, Musiala is off. He's definitely gone for a while. To be honest, I hope he's all right. I hope he's okay. Yeah, I really hope he's okay. Ostermorg, the timing as well looks bad on them with the news coming out when he's out of contracts. I mean, again, it's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult to kind of apportion a load of blame Arsenal's way, because I'm not entirely sure legally what they could have done. Oh my God, that was an absolute disaster from PSG. That was like, I don't know if anyone remembers I think it was the 1970 or 74 World Cup? 1974 World Cup, I think it might have been, or even 78, I can't remember. Zaire took a free kick, and they took it exactly like Hakimi just took that. Zaire took a free kick like that. That was shocking. Daria, can we watch Cluj against FCSB? I think that's at 6 PM. That's kicking off now, isn't it? Yeah, it's playing now, Daria. So I would have actually quite liked to be honest. PSG are in. Oh, good save by Neuer. Yeah, believe me, Daria, I would have really quite liked to watch Steaua Bucharest and Cluj, but yeah, it's the Romanian Super Cup. And it kicks off at 6 o'clock, so it's already underway now, isn't it? It's 13 minutes in. And it's 0-0. I have got that, I am keeping an eye on it, so I will keep you updated. Jamie, I've placed 50 quid on Bayern or draw, and another 50 on PSG or draw, but I'm hoping for extra time, so both bets win. That's not too bad of an idea, I guess. Mahin, you need to change your caption to PSG versus Bayern Munich. Ryan, innocent until proven guilty. Everyone was laying into Greenwood from the get-go. The difference with Greenwood, though, mate, the difference with Greenwood is that everyone saw all of the evidence and saw all of that. We've seen none of that with Thomas Partey, have we? We don't know, other than that there has been allegations and he's now been charged with it. It's been the worst kept secret in football for a very long time, hasn't it? It's been a really, really badly kept secret for a really long time with Thomas Partey. Greenwood, everyone heard and remembers what was said, what happened, and you know he was effectively convicted guilty by the court of public opinion. So the fact that the police never then charged him and all charges were dropped, and part of that was because the victim, who is now his I think his wife is certainly the mother of his child, that person decided that they didn't want to pursue charges anymore, and they now live with him. They now have a life together. So, I honestly don't really know what else you can do about that. I just don't know what else you can do about it. Jake, for me, it's the timing of it seems very iffy. It comes out just days after the contract ended. To be honest, I think that might just be... I think that might just be an issue with... I don't know. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know. Reece, Sunderland signing another baller. Who? They've signed loads. Daniel, where'd you get that Hamburg thing from? It was from Germany. Yeah, I got it from Germany. It was actually a match day thing that they used. It's from like the 90s, I think, or maybe the early noughties. It was given to me while I was over in Germany. Edward, how's it going? Good to see you, Edward. Ryan, did he get found guilty? No, I don't think he did. Who? Greenwood? No, he didn't. He didn't, no. He didn't get found guilty. The culture, the Arteta interview about it a while ago is horrible too. He hasn't given an interview about it though, has he? Arteta hasn't given an interview. Unless you're talking about the one where he says, after everything that Thomas has been through, which you have to apply the right context to, because he's not talking about that. He's talking about the injuries that he went through. I don't think it's necessarily anything. I think that's clutching at things that I don't think there is anything. And again, I'm not an Arsenal fan. I don't particularly like Mikel Arteta. If Thomas Partey is guilty of even half the stuff that he's accused of, then, like, as far as I'm concerned, I think the punishment for people that do that sort of stuff is far, far too lenient. I would be talking about the worst things imaginable to that person. So absolutely not defending that. But what I'm saying is, we have to apply that standard quite consistently in this country. That's how it is. Whether we like it or not, that is the standard, isn't it? And we'd all want it applied to us if someone made allegations against us, wouldn't they? We would all want, whatever the allegations might be, we would all want that standard to be applied in our case. So as much as it's easy to say, well, an allegation's been made, but we have to chuck the book at him, there's due process. We have to wait for all that to happen, don't we? And also, look, I've got a platform here, even though it's only a small one. I can't really come on and start talking and saying, yeah, ultimately, you've got to stay somewhat neutral until there's a decision made. And Arsenal have to be as well. Arsenal are exactly the same. Arsenal will have had to take some sort of neutrality to it, because there's laws against that sort of thing. Jake Pike, 96. All-time favourite footy manager wonder kid. That's a great shout. Sherman Cardenas. Edward, I'm good, mate. How are you? I'm really good, mate. Yes, hopefully you are too. Good to see you. Cherno Samba's another one as well, obviously. Jake, sorry for asking about it, mate. I feel bad putting this into your chat now. Apologies. No, mate, look, people have asked about it before. I've no problem. Look, at the end of the day, you've got to ask, and you've got to. I'm not gonna. I'll happily talk about whatever. I've no problem talking about it, but we have to bear in mind that it's, it's a channel being broadcast to thousands of people and not necessarily a chat down the pub. And to be honest, I'm not sure if what I would say here would be any different than a chat down the pub right now. I'd still say, well, I mean, we don't know. We don't know. If he's guilty of even half of it, like, yeah, absolutely. Worst thing imaginable. But Benjamin Mendy was found not guilty. So, I mean, we don't know. And not guilty also doesn't necessarily mean that they've not done some horrific stuff, by the way. They've just been found that the evidence is not... there's not sufficient evidence. But that's the standard we have in this country. Rubes, Arsenal were going to offer him a new contract. They must have found out there were charges pending, so they didn't give him it. No, I mean, I'm not... Again, I don't know if that is the case. There was a contract offer made to Thomas Partey, according to David Ornstein. There was a contract offer made. Now, whether or not that contract offer was pulled in light of these charges, we don't know. We don't know. And I'm not sure Arsenal could grease the wheels with the police and say, listen, can you do us a favour? His contract ends on the 1st of July. Can you just wait until then and then charge him? Because it'll look really bad for us otherwise. Like, I don't know if Arsenal have got that level of power within government. Valente, in my opinion, I feel like Arsenal definitely knew about what happened. They just didn't say anything. Oh, they knew? No, they knew about it. They knew about it, but they only knew that there was allegations. And by the way, being charged doesn't mean you're guilty. It just means that you're being charged with it. It just means that you now have to answer that case. They have decided for 3 years that there is no case for them to answer. The police have decided that. So you have to, I feel like all of the anger and the frustration should be going towards the police. The police who haven't been able to, assuming they have now got a case. You know, it's incredibly frustrating that it's taken this long, isn't it? And you know, the person, the victim in this case, have had to deal with him being sat there for however long. Just getting on with his life. Oh, why has it gone funny again on YouTube? Hang on. There you go, that's a bit better. Jake, Mendy won a court case against City for unpaid wages. No, yes, I think he won a court case against them for that, and I think he also won a court case against them for other things. Kieran, you keep going straight off for us, mate. What do you mean I keep going straight off? Focus. I'm fine now, aren't I? I'm fine now. I don't know why it went off then. Bayern corner, floated in, cleared away by PSG. But yeah, that's one of the challenges with Arsenal and you know, Partey, is that they... Oh, that was naughty from Gnabry. Rubes, if you want help building this up, just pop me a message. Cheers, man, I will do. Yeah, I will. Thank you. Oh, that was a red card. That is as good as a red... Honestly, if they don't VAR this, Anthony Taylor, that is a red card for Gnabry. That is a red card for Gnabry. I'm sorry, that is ridiculous. Please, dear God, tell me someone's just seen that. That was a red card. That was a stamp. How's he not done that? ZQXV, imagine a front three of Salah, Isak and Elise. Salah, Isak and Wirtz, mate. Salah, Isak and Wirtz is what it's going to be. We've already got 2 of them. Chimey hoping for extra time. I think you might get it, you know. ZQXV stomped on him with studs. That was definitely a stamp, wasn't it? That was a straight red as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, there you go. Straight red. Hey, Jakey. How's it going, Jake? Good to see you, mate. Well, hey, there's going to have to be some goals in the last 30 minutes here, Tolga, because you said 2-2. You said 2-2, Tolga. We'll have to be 4 goals in the next half hour if Tolga's getting this right. I'm looking forward to it. There's going to be a goal fest in the next half hour. Funny we've not had a shot on target, but there's going to be a goal fest in the next 30 minutes. Hey, John. Cheers for that, John. Thank you. Ostermorg, Newcastle finally making a signing. It looks like it. Certainly looks like it. Yeah, looks like Elanga's going to happen. Zaigum Rashid. Is it true Pogba's wife left him because he has lost all his money? He's not lost all his money. He's fine, isn't he? He's sorting. He's sorted at Monaco. He's making plenty of cash. Yasua, PSG will win this game if their attackers stop being selfish. Well, here we go. Long ball forward here for, I think it's Due. He's going to pick it up on the right-hand side. He's got Barcola with him. Good little step over. Straight across the face of goal. Nobody's there to tap it in. Teddy, Wednesday fan here, bro. How's it going? Good to see you. Really awful what's happening at Wednesday at the minute. Really awful what's happening at Wednesday. Has there been any update recently on what's going on with Chansiri? Is he going to get out? Do you think you may be able to get him out for the start of the season? I know you've got Leicester on the opening day. That's going to be a tough game. Even though Leicester aren't particularly flying. Rubes, so Gnabry is off. No, Gnabry is not off. Gnabry has not been sent off. John, you're welcome. Don't spend it all in one go. I'll try not to, mate. The Milky Bars are on me next time. Jake Ostermorg, he already has over the last 2 seasons on Isak and Salah. Have more. Zaigum Rashid, you pronounce my name perfectly. No one else can. I don't. Maybe it was just luck. Mate. John Butland this week in football has been crazy. It's been awful, hasn't it? For the most part, it's been pretty dreadful, in every sense. Teddy, it's all the same. Hoping to get him out, we'll struggle this season. It's a real shame that I was kind of hoping we'd see Wednesday back in the Prem before Blades, before the Blades get back up. I certainly prefer Wednesday to United, but yeah. That's how I'm rooting for you, mate. Get him out of the club, get yourself back on an even keel, and hopefully we see you back in the top flight before long. Pigs. Big thank you to who is it who's just followed. I didn't see the name. I apologise. Whoever's just followed me on here and on YouTube, I've just seen you followed and the name escaped me. It went up before I could see it. So massive thank you to whoever's just followed me on here, on TikTok and over on YouTube. Premier League Dad, massive thank you if you have. Oh, and Teddy, there you go. Just seen you just done it, Teddy. Thank you. Ostermorg, Madueke might be going for a similar number to Elanga. Elanga's flying, isn't he? Elanga's flying. I don't know why Madueke would even be anywhere close to him. Chimey, Wednesday Stadium is a beauty. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I can say I've never been to. I've been past Hillsborough, but I've never been in it. But yeah, it's better than Bramhall Lane, isn't it? It's better than Bramhall Lane. Zaigum Rashid, will Rashford get regular games next season? I think Rashford goes to Barcelona, mate. Yeah, I'm thinking Rashford's more likely to end up at Barca. That's my opinion anyway. I could be wrong. ZQXV, Elanga, Isak and Gordon, fastest front three in the Prem. Elanga's a left winger, though. He's a left winger. He plays on the same side as Gordon. So, I don't know. Kieran did my last... Oh, I've not seen that. 1 second, let me scroll up. Oh, I have to... That's why, sorry. I've only got a small... I nearly said I've only got a small box then. I have only got a small box on the screen for YouTube chat. So it's literally, like, I get like 4 comments maybe, 3 comments sometimes. So, yeah, I missed that one while I was talking away on something else. But let me just scroll up and I can see it. Kieran, would you rate Vincent Kompany as a manager? Like, do you think he'd do a good job at a bottom Premier League team? I mean, well, he didn't with Ipswich, did he? It's kind of the... Yeah, no, he didn't really do all that well with Ipswich in the Premier League, so... No, I don't think he is a good manager, if I'm really honest. I think, well, or at least we haven't really got any proof. I don't think we really have got any proof that he's a good manager. Jake Elanga plays on the right, Key. He's played on the left a lot for Forest, though, hasn't he? He has played on the left a lot. 3-star Reds, help me out. You're a Forest fan. You can be our independent adjudicator, because I'm a Liverpool fan, and I say he's a left winger. I say he's a left winger. Jake's telling me he's a right winger, because that suits him best. But where does he actually play, 3-star Reds, if you're in the chat? Where does Elanga play? Is he left? Is he right? Predominantly left or predominantly right? Jake, you can drift over there at times. Starts right. Oh, here we go. He's winding it back now. He's a left winger. He's a left winger. You'd ended up playing him out of position. You're going to pay 55 million for the player and play him on the other side. Like signing Ryan Giggs and putting him on the right. Ostermorg, not impossible for wingers to swap sides. We'll just have to see. No, but I think there's some wingers who are better at cutting in, and I think that is Elanga. Like, for example, a Salah he's a right winger. He's a left-footed right winger. And I think Elanga is a right-footed left winger. I think that's just how he is. I think that's how he plays. Madueke can play either. Madueke has played left, he's played right, and he's played, I mean, in my opinion, equally shite on both. But he has proved he's kind of equally competent on both sides. But some wingers will only play on one side, and I would argue that oh my god, that's really, really lucky from Neuer. Neuer very, very nearly got caught out there. PSG could have been 1-0 up. Jake, he's both footed, plays on the right man. Look it up another day, have I told you so? ZQXV, we'll swap you Gordon for Elliott. You can have him. Yeah, you can have him. We are going to sell Elliott, but we won't be swapping you Gordon for him. We want someone else in the swap if we're giving you Harvey Elliott. Reece, like Saka, for example, would be weird seeing him play left wing. Exactly. Yeah. Although he did play left back, didn't he, at one point? But that's different because he was never cutting in from left back. Saka started as a left back, didn't he? And then he moved into right wing because he preferred cutting in. Harvey Barnes is going. Harvey Barnes definitely has to go. Ostermorg, am I right in saying Sadio started on the right? Yes, you are, absolutely. Sadio started on the right. And then would move to the left. Anthony Elanga, AI overview. Anthony Elanga is a Swedish professional footballer who primarily plays as a left winger for Nottingham Forest. He is known for his pace, directness and ability to carry the ball quickly. While he's primarily played on the left, he can also play on the right and has even been played as a centre forward. Hey presto! Hey! Google AI helps us out. There you go. Left winger. Jake, last 2 years, Elanga's been right wing, played 69 games, left 55, right 39, striker in career. 69 games left, 55 right, 39 striker in career. I like the look of that Lang guy in the Eredivisie. Noah Lang, yeah, Noah Lang's sound. Yeah, I was going to say, he's been predominantly left. Sorry, predominantly left. Jake told you so. I seen his stats. Last 2 years, he's been a right winger, Key. Nah, don't know if I agree with that. Noah Lang going to Napoli, is he? Is he really? That wouldn't be too bad. Desiree Doué's not happy. He's just been booted, and Dembele's coming on here. Musa. Or Usman, rather. Not Musa. Musa Dembele was quality, wasn't he? Well, this game's been an absolute dud. Yet again. FIFA Club World Cup. Rubes, Transfermarkt, says he's a right winger. Well, Transfermarkt and don't leg it. Or something less polite than that. ZQXV, I think Kim Min Jae would be good for Newcastle. He's not very good for Bayern, isn't he? Jake Pike, Rashford a chance at Bayern? No, honestly I think Rashford to Barca is the one. The fact that Deco has met with his agent already, I think Deco must have made it clear to Rashford and his agent that, look, our priority is Nico Williams. If that doesn't happen, then, you know, we might get involved, but, you know, you're not top priority for us. But now the summer's becoming, it's getting far more likely, I think, that Rashford becomes a Barca player. Yeah. Jake, 69 games on the left, 39 striker, 55 left. Best football's been on the right. Jake. Oh, sweet lord. Funny. Oh, Dembele's just absolutely finished him off there, Sasha Bowie. And he's down again. Oh, it's a great tackle. What a tackle that was by Harry Kane. Harry Kane in the right back spot. And that's a free kick, ref, surely. Anthony Taylor, he knows. He knows. Jake, you can't educate corned beef, they say. Ah, good grief. Oh my god, there's absolutely loads and loads and loads of people who are doing commemorative t-shirts and commemorative stuff for Diogo Jota. That's I don't know. I feel like that's something that the family should be involved in, consulted in. Like, when's it appropriate to do so? Do you know what I mean? Like, not like days. That's just doesn't feel right, does it? Graham, Leeds United are now close to a deal with Lille for left-back Gabriel Goodmanson. Understand he could arrive in England tomorrow as talks continue. Leeds saying nothing on it right now. Oh, PSG off the post. Really unlucky. Neuer getting himself bang in trouble yet again. And this is, and do you know what? And this is another reason. I said this a few weeks ago. That I felt that Manuel Neuer wasn't as good as Oliver Kahn. Right? He keeps doing this stuff. And he's been doing it all his career. He's always had a little mistake in him like that. Tolga Yorkie 0-2 double chance. You can't do 0-2 double chance. You can't do that. How can you do double chance on 0-0? Edward, hey Key, I'm over here now. You've seen Rangers have signed a few players. I haven't seen that, no. I haven't seen that, but I am watching Rangers tomorrow. I've got Rangers pre-season friendly tomorrow. That's at 2 p.m. We're going to be doing Rangers and Club Brugge. ZQXV, him, Trafford, and Elanga, and I'd be happy. Scalvini, I can't see going to Newcastle. The Real Donut daily reminder that Huddersfield have more league titles than Tottenham. Jake Pike 96, City are interested in Dumfries apparently. I can't see that. Can't see that. Again, that feels like a strange one, doesn't it? Especially when they've got Rico Lewis and they've got Matthias Nunes playing there. But yeah, obviously if City do buy Dumfries, then it probably means they're not going to target Livramento, right? And that's exactly what Newcastle wants. Andy Taylor getting his card out. Yellow card for Vincent Kompany. Not very happy. FM No Casuals, when's this Club World Cup over with? Not too soon. Yeah. Edward, they signed Aarons and Emmanuel Fernandez from Birmingham, I think, or something. I've not seen that. Jake thinks thought City was getting Livramento, not Dumfries. Key. Well, no, I didn't say they're getting Dumfries. Someone else said that they might be getting Dumfries. And I didn't say they were getting Livramento. What I said is, if Newcastle command 70 million for Livramento, then they won't pay that for him because he's not worth that. So it's gonna, and it's the same with Isak. It's exactly the same with Isak. If Newcastle will command a ridiculous fee, it'll take Isak to be telling the club that he wants to leave. If he leaves, if he does that, he'll leave. Simple. Simple. And all the news saying that that's what'll happen. Jake, you said if City come in for Tino, he would go. He's gone nowhere. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said if Livramento, if Newcastle put a £70 million price tag on him, there's no way City pay that. No way. But they might pay 50. They might pay 60 even at a push. Who's backtracking now? You? That's who's backtracking. ZQXV, Douay's bleeding. Is he really? Jake Pike 96. Both aren't natural right backs though. I'd absolutely rather Livramento. Yeah, Livramento's a better defender than Dumfries. Dumfries is better going forward. But yeah, Livramento, he's just too expensive. Newcastle will ask for more than he's worth. And until he kicks up a fuss, then he won't go anywhere. It'll take him to stay at Newcastle for a few years and realise he's not going to win anything, and then he'll kick up a fuss and move the same way Isak's going to. Briley, Stephen Lee, 0-0 still. Yep, still 0-0. Still 0-0. Yeah, Jake, that's all of that, what you've just said, is entirely in your head. All of that is entirely in your head. PSG 1-0. There you go. Oh, what a surprise. What a surprise. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, Tolga. Tolga swears Bayern Munich are going to go and they're not going to concede. PSG smash it in. It's all theatre. It's all predicted. It's all scripted. No, it isn't, sunshine. It's PSG 1. It's Bayern 0. What's going on? It's 10 minutes to go. Jake, he's already beat your lot in a final and finished above you in the league. And he won't do it again, will he? Won't do it again. Jake, all what you've said is in your head too, Key. What? No, I've not. You've just made up that Newcastle asked for Foden and Gvardiol. There's absolutely no evidence. Absolutely no evidence for that. Edward, when do you think we'll get Gay? Mate, I don't really know. I think Liverpool will be off transfers for a little bit, but yeah, I imagine we'll still sign players before the end of the window. Be yourself, Dylan. I laughed when the ball didn't go in the empty net. Well, there you go. PSG 1, Bayern 0, Zaire Emery and Hernandez coming on here. It looks like Doué's going to come off. That was his last action of the game. Doué smashes it in at the near post, completely wrong-footing Neuer, and it's looking like PSG making a couple of changes now just to cement it. Has to be a Neuer error, that Ben. He's been shocking, hasn't he, today? He's been absolutely shocking, Neuer. Jake, you'll get Rico Lewis and you'll like it, Newcastle. Oh. Goretzka coming on. Thomas Muller's come on as well. Edward, do you still talk to Kane? Hope he's doing good. I haven't. No, I haven't heard from him, to be honest. I haven't heard from him for a while. Yeah, I haven't heard from him for a while. So I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's up to. To be honest, to be honest, mate, he came in the lives. It's not like I don't speak to him or anything like that. There's no fallout or anything like that. I've not spoke to him. I don't speak to anyone really off the lives. So, yeah, like he used to come in the lives quite regularly. He hasn't done for a while. Yeah, I don't know. Be yourself, Dylan. Neuer has nowhere to be seen. Here's Bayern trying to get the ball back in the PSG half here, trying to make some sort of a difference as the game goes into the final few minutes. Ant followed the creator. Cheers, Ant. Ben, thank you for the heart. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Goretzka just got absolutely smashed there. He's a red card, I think, is it? Is it a red to PSG? I think he's given a red here. See, and do you know what? I'll be honest. There probably should have been 2 red cards in this game. Anthony Taylor has sent off... is it Pacho? Is it Pacho who's been sent off? It's definitely a red card. It's for sure a red card. Yeah, it's not even close to it. Pacho's been sent off. Straight red card for Pacho. I think Gnabry should have been sent off as well, if I'm honest. I think it should have been a red card for Gnabry earlier. But there you go. Be yourself, Dylan. Is this a clean joke? Is this a clean joke? If it is, you can tell it. If it isn't, I'm going to be very, very disappointed. Jake, who does the winner of this play? Winner of this play is the winner of tonight's game, Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. So it could be PSG against Real Madrid, PSG, Dortmund, one of those two. Ben, was it Musiala's ankle before? Didn't really see it yet. Musiala's... Could be his ankle, could be his lower leg, could be a clean... we don't know. I don't know if it's a clean break or not. It's going to be really difficult for him, I think, to recover maybe this side of Christmas. We saw Harvey Elliott get a very similar injury, and Harvey Elliott's recovery time was about 5 months. So I would imagine Musiala will be about the same time frame. Could be a little bit less, could be a little bit more, we never know. But Harvey Elliott was considered quite lucky with his break. It was a very clean break. Right, it's a free kick here to Bayern Munich. There's 10 minutes left, maybe a little bit less, plus injury time. Beraldo coming on for Kvaratskhelia just to equalise things up at the back. Pacho being sent off. They were a little bit lighter at the back, but Kvaratskhelia has gone off. Beraldo comes on, and it looks like Kimmich is about to take the free kick for Bayern. Jake, first year spending in a decade, but finish above you. Never do it again, though. You won't. Like I said, you won't. You absolutely won't. You've won a League Cup you've won something for the first time in 70 years. You think you Bobby Big Boots. Isaac will leave you. That's what's happening. Get used to it. Get used to it. Be yourself, Dylan. Thierry. Thierry, I don't understand. What do you call a French person with a Nintendo? Thierry. Thierry? I don't get that. I don't understand. I've probably missed something. What? Thierry? With a Nintendo? Thierry. I don't get that. Yeah, I don't get that. Probably me being dense. Right, free kick to Bayern here. Can they make it 1-1 and take this to extra time? We shall see. We shall see. If you haven't yet, big thank you to those that have already gone over to YouTube and followed Premier League Dad. Give us a like, give us a share. Give us a like on TikTok and a follow as well. Ball into the box. Cleared away. Jake, can't understand why Newcastle have a top player. Well, they only have the one, don't they? And he's looking to leave. So that tells you everything. You only have the one. Bayern launching it upfield now. It's looking a bit desperate now for Bayern. Donnarumma plays it out. Marquinhos much better. That was poor, really poor. And somehow PSG get out. Hakimi shocking there. Jake, take Isak, not having Tonali. I mean, nobody wants him. You're alright, you can keep Tonali. You can keep Tonali. Jake, just subbed on YouTube, mate. Cheers, Jake. Thank you. Massively appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Big thank you for those that have gone to YouTube and subbed. Same as X as well, by the way. I tweet every day on X. I feel like I'm just tweeting into the void. 5,000 subs on YouTube, 3,000 on TikTok. I've got about 200 people who follow me on TikTok, on X. I think I've only got about, not even that, maybe 150 people on X. So I need to sort my my X followers out. If you've got X, go and give us a follow on there. Great ball in. Bayern could be 1-1, should be 1-1, and it is 1-1. Is it? Is he onside? He's not. Harry Kane offside. Offside. It was a lovely ball in. Harry Kane header, but it's definitely offside, I think. Definitely offside. Let's just watch it back. Is it off? Is it off? Oh, he's comfortably off. Comfortably. Easily off. Jake, Newcastle have one good player but beat you and finished above you. Well, finished above us, yeah, like many moons ago, yeah. But you won't again. It's fine. King Sloth, I think City's defence is going to be the weak point this season. No leaders in that back four. Oh, I don't know. Diaz, Gvardiol. Diaz and Gvardiol have got, I think they've got a fair bit of leadership at Waltham. And if they've got a Kanji back there, they've got, Ake as well. Is not a bad player. I think Stones is probably... There's not much left of Stones. Stones probably doesn't play much this season. But yeah, I don't think City are short of leadership or quality at the back. I think that they probably need a keeper. They do need a keeper. Ederson's done. Ederson's done at the top level. I don't think he's a top keeper anymore. They definitely need a keeper. I think they do need a right back. I think they probably... they've got Ait Nouri and Nico O'Reilly on the left-hand side. That's going to be fine. The right-hand side, probably not so much, but a right back and a goalkeeper. I'm still not convinced they're right in the wings, though. They've got Savinio and Doku. Those they're not top winger options. They're not top wide player options, them. They're not Premier League winning, title winning wide options, Savinio and Doku. No chance. King Sloth, mark my words, you attack them, it'll be like a sandcastle against the wave. Jake Pike, as a City fan, I absolutely agree. We are shocking in transition. Akanji is awful. No skill Aaron, does Pacho miss the remaining games now? No, I don't think he does. I think he misses the semi. He gets a 1 game ban, so he'll miss the semi. He'll be back for the final. Jake, not next year, but to say we'll never ever do it again. It'll be harder in the past, but it's been harder in the past, but it'll be easier in the future. Yeah, only if City get told that they can keep breaking all the rules, because then Newcastle will as well. So yeah, you've got more money than us if the rules aren't a thing. If the rules aren't a thing, Newcastle probably do start finishing above Liverpool, because you'll just go out and buy all the best players. But then then Newcastle as a club won't exist anymore. You'll be Saudi FC. You'll be just Saudi FC. That'll be it. Like, you'll have lost your club. Everything that Newcastle meant, you won't even have. You'll have a completely different badge. You'll have a completely different stadium. You'll be playing in green kits for the most part. Yeah, halal pies. You'll have everything. It'll all be changed. All change. Be yourself, Dylan. Bayern trying to get Diaz. Yeah, Bayern and Barca both trying to get Diaz. Right, we're into the last 6 minutes of injury time here. 6 minutes. King Sloth, is Rodri injured again as well? I think he picked up an injury. I don't think he's out for a long time, though. Jake, we done well. You can't. You say we can't already under the rules. I'm here because you're still shocked Newcastle are beating you all. You're not really beating us. Mate, you literally... Honestly, you've got such a big mouth for someone who qualified for the Champions League last year, literally by the skin of your teeth on the last day, and only because the referee got a major decision wrong at Old Trafford. That's literally the only reason you're in the Champions League, and the only reason that Isak hasn't already put a transfer request in. And you've got Champions League football and you're still getting rejected by everyone. Everyone. And Burmo's rejected you. Gay's rejected you. Hyson rejected you. Loads of them. Loads of people rejecting Newcastle. Unsurprisingly. Jake, Diaz won't leave now because of obvious reasons, unfortunately. Mate, I don't know. I don't know if that changes anything. I don't know if that changes anything, to be honest. The time will come for us to discuss that stuff, but probably not today. But yeah, I don't think that changes anything for Liverpool. Maybe a red card again here. Maybe another red card again. It might have been an elbow, that. And it's Hernandez, maybe. It is. It's a second red for PSG. It's a second red. 2 red cards here. PSG. It's a second red. Hernandez has gone. An elbow to the face. They've had 2 players sent off here, PSG. First Pacho, now Lucas Hernandez. ZQXV, if we keep this up, match will be abandoned for too many reds. There need to be a few more. There'll need to be a few more. Rubes, how do you know they rejected us? I know that they rejected you the same way that Jake knows that Newcastle were demanding for Foden and Gvardiol as part of any deal for Tino Livramento. Played too much footy manager. That's what it is, Jake. Kingsloth, PSG players are getting mentally tired now. This is what happens when no rest for the players. Yeah, probably. Probably a fair comment. Bayern about to whip the ball in here. If Bayern do somehow take this to extra time, I've got to say, you've got to fancy them, haven't you? If they take it to extra time, you know, against 9 men, could be a walkover this for Bayern. Ball in, cleared away by PSG. Then what did we say to City to make them to go look at Dumfries and others then? What you said to City was, yeah, 70 million quid or 80 million quid or something stupid, and City just went, nah, you're all right then. It's fine. We'll go and find better elsewhere. That's what you said. You didn't ask for Foden. You didn't ask for Gvardiol. Don't know where you even got that from. I don't know where you've even got that from. Where have you got that from? Where have you got that from? And I know what you'll say. I've got my sources, like you're some sort of insider. Jake. See, you don't... Well, where do you know? You're saying assumptions. Go on, word of Newcastle asked for Phil Foden. No skill, Aaron. There you go. Who asked for Foden and Gvardiol? Exactly. Newcastle, this is what Jake's saying. Newcastle asked for Foden And then they asked for Gvardiol in exchange for Livramento. Jake, Newcastle fans are very chirpy for an energy drink cup. Oh. Oh, no, I shouldn't laugh. But it is funny. Jake clearly knew we wasn't getting them. It was to show them we aren't willing to sell our big players. Okay, well, yeah, maybe. Listen, we don't know, but I'll tell you something. I think you're going to be surprised, because I think this summer you are going to sell one of your big players. Rubes, Grealish would be more likely. Oh, I agree. Listen, if it was Grealish, I agree. If he'd have said, we asked for Grealish in exchange for Livramento, I think City would have been happy with that. City probably did offer Grealish. PSG on the counter-attack here. The 9 men could score again. Shot. It's hit the bar. Oh. Oh. It's it. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. No, Skillarian, you'd think they're signing Messi or Ronaldo instead of Tino. Mate, there's no difference between Messi, Ronaldo and Tino. Don't you know? It's 2-0 PSG! It's 2-0 PSG. It's a wonderful goal. It's Dembele who stuck it away. 2-0. It's the 9 men. The 9 men of PSG. And this is why they're going to win the tournament. This is why they're going to win the tournament. The 9 men of PSG have just smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. On the counter-attack, Bayern committing bodies forward, Bayern tired, mentally tired, physically tired, just beaten. And Dembele has just smashed it in. 2-0. The 9 men ahead. The 9 men are going to the semis. Jake Pike, Pep would have fallen off his chair when he heard they wanted Foden. Jake, I'd rather have Tino than Messi right now. You're all mad. Have you watched Messi lately? Oh, I've watched Tino lately. Rubes, Tino is a great player. Do you not think the word great's overused a little bit, Rubes? He's okay. He's alright. He's a good young player. King Sloth, I'm quite hopeful. United are going to finish top 8 with 1 game a week. Worked for Arsenal. Yeah, but Arsenal had a good team, King Sloth. They had a good team. They had a good team. That was the difference with Arsenal. Hey. I'm not reading that out, Rubes. Ostermorg is a good question then. Frimpong or Tino? Frimpong? Hey, one of them's playing for his national team. The other one isn't. Tells you everything. Be yourself, Dylan. PSG winning the Champions League again, mark my words. No chance. Jake, tell him Rubes needs to watch more of us, then he wouldn't be so shocked when we beat them. Listen, I've got the receipts. I watched a lot of Newcastle this season. I've got the receipts. Bayern, chance, off the line. Could be a penalty. Does he give it? What's he give? He has. He's give a penalty. It's a penalty to Bayern. It could be a red, this. Could be another red. Could be a third red for PSG, yeah? Muller. He doesn't touch him, but it is an eye foot. It'd be a free kick outside the box, wouldn't it? So if it's a free kick outside the box, it's got to be a free kick in. So it's a penalty. Yeah, you can't do that. That's a penalty. That's going to be a penalty all day, every day. Penalty kick. It's going to be a Bayern goal, this one. And then it's whether or not Bayern can score again. King Sloth, that's the Liverpool fan in you coming out now. I don't claim to be anything else. I mean, I'm honest, if nothing else. Jake, just out of curiosity, where do you rank Tino in the league as a right back? I guarantee you, I've not seen his answer, but I guarantee you he says 1. Absolutely guarantee you he says 1. Jake, I'm laughing at you because you gave us 100 million this season. Enjoy. No European footy, pal. Best 20 minutes of football I've seen. Jake, you sold Alexander and bought Anthony for 90 million, though. 9 men PSG outclassing Bayern. Be yourself, Dylan. You're saying Harry Kane to miss. Anthony Taylor's going looking at this. Listen, right, I'll tell you something now. He doesn't touch him. He doesn't touch him. But what I will say is if that is outside the box, it's a free kick. And I think Anthony Taylor knows that. He is literally... Thomas Muller isn't ducking. His foot is head height. It's a dangerous position that he's got his foot in. Whether he connects with him or not is irrelevant. That is a free kick outside the box. Every single day of the week, it has to be a penalty. Has to be a penalty. And now Anthony Taylor's going to give a reason why it's not a penalty. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Jake, Tino ranked in the league, has to be top 5. I wouldn't swap him for many. That's not what he said though, Jake. Stop being a shitbag. What did he say? He said, rank him. Where's Tino Livramento for you in the league? Because I know what you're going to say. I know you're dying to say it. You're dying to say it. There you go. No penalty. No penalty. Oh, hang on a minute. He's give it. Has he give it? He went like that. He went like that, but it looks like it. No penalty. No, it is no penalty. Oh, Anthony Taylor. 1. Oh my life. No contact. Oh, no contact doesn't matter. There is no contact. We knew there's no contact. We knew that there was no contact. But it's not about no contact. You can't put your foot that high in the air when someone's trying to head it. Thomas Muller wasn't even jumping. He wasn't ducking. That's a penalty. That has to be a penalty. There you go. It's full time anyway. It's 2-0 PSG. It's finished. It would have only been a minor sort of goal if Bayern had scored. It wouldn't have mattered one jot. But, PSG are through to the semi-finals now. Jake, I've just said in the top 5, name me 5 better than the pen. No. You've just said he's number 1. You've just said he's number 1. You're arguably up there in the top 3 with Frimpong, maybe others, maybe better, but never play like Reece James. Timber. Yeah, I mean, that's just one off the bat, isn't it? That's just one off the bat. There's no way I'm choosing Tino Livramento over Timber. No way. Absolutely no way. Dale, Arsenal for the quadruple. What with Madwecki on the wing? Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Munoz, yeah. There's an easy one there for you, Aaron. Munoz, yeah, I'd agree with that. Munoz better than Livramento. Just won an FA Cup. Listen, I wasn't going to say Conor Bradley. For me, Conor Bradley's better than Frimpong. But I wasn't going to say Conor Bradley. Trippier. Yeah, Trippier's not. Trippier's definitely not. But yeah, I mean, look, Munoz for sure. I honestly think Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's just won West Ham's Player of the Season. You're not getting Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka for me is one of the best right backs in the league. So I would say Wan-Bissaka. I would say Munoz. I would say Timber. Not Delo. Delo's not. You can't have Delo. Maybe Mazraoui though. Mazraoui I think would be. Put Mazraoui at right back. I'd have Mazraoui over Livramento. Yeah. I'd have Mazraoui over Livramento. Bissaka is the only person that can slide in the box and never give a pen away. Porro. Another that's a fantastic shout, yeah. Porro. Easily. So we've got to be up to 5 now, easily. Not Rico Lewis. Nah, not Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis isn't better than Livramento. He's a good player, but he's not better than Livramento. City are trying to sign him for a reason, aren't they? Ashley Young was the best fullback in the league last season. Olaina based on last season. Again, yeah, that's very... If it's just based on last season, then yeah, Olaina would be. But if you was choosing one that you had to do, it'd have to be Livramento if you have to pick one to be in your team. But yeah, Olaina was better last season, that's for sure. Big Kizzer, I've missed the question. What is it? Well, we had a Newcastle... We've got one of our lovely Newcastle fans, Jake, saying that Livramento's the best right back in the Premier League. And collectively now, he's challenged us all to name 5 better right-backs in the Prem than Livramento, and we've all just threw him out there pretty easily within a few seconds. Just like, yeah, Timber, Munoz, Wan-Bissaka, Porro, Gusto's not a bad shout. Gusto is not a bad shout. Nunes isn't. Nunes is not better than Livramento. Gusto is not a bad shout, though. Yeah, Gusto's not a bad shout. Gusto's whack. Oh, no. Big Kizzer, he's had a great Euros, that's it. This is the problem with modern football. Have 1 month good and they are best. That's it, Big Kizzer, there you go. You called it, mate. This is it. People overreacting. And this is kind of the problem with Newcastle fans in general at the minute, I've got to say. This is the issue with Newcastle fans. The issue with Newcastle fans is they've just won something for the first time in 70 years. So it's in their experience, every player in their squad is like one of the greatest players ever to play for their club. And that does just lead to a little bit of a delusion of grandeur, doesn't it? It does just lead to, well, he must be fucking brilliant then. Tino Livramento, best right back in the Prem. Come on, Jake. Come on, Jake. Oh, no. Here we go. Well, anyway, listen, Callum, you said PSG 3-1 nearly. You did, yeah. It wasn't bad, that, Jake. Sorry, Callum. Good shout. Normal guy. What a game. Drama. Brilliant. Callum, you're saying Frimpong, Bradley, Porro, Timber and Munoz. Again, honestly, yeah. If you ask me now, do you want Livramento or Bradley or Livramento or Frimpong? I think I'd argue Liverpool have got 2 better right-backs than Livramento. Got 2 better right-backs. Tolga, I am very unhappy. Tolga, you've got to get back to the coding. You've got to get back to the system. Because it ain't working. It is not working. Yet working. Rubes, like most Liverpool fans, you're delusional. Oh, no. Big Kizzer, didn't hear of him all year, and now he's above Salah for Ballon d'Or. Mental. No skill Aaron Hall is better than Tino, in my opinion, if you want to hype a Newcastle defender. Hall's not bad, but he's just been out for half the season, hasn't he? Kingsloth, Newcastle fans, stay in your lane, guys. Got a long way to go to be classed as a big club. User 135, think Musiala's injury is career-ending? No, it's not career-ending. Harvey Elliott had a very, very similar injury not that long ago, and it finished. He ended up being out for about 5 months. It's not a sprained ankle, though. It's definitely not a sprained ankle, C3 Lamy. It's not a sprained ankle at all. That was probably a dislocated foot, or it was bad. It looked a lot similar to the Harvey Elliott one. And if it's a dislocation, that you never know. It could be about 5 months, because that is what Harvey Elliott was out with, a dislocated foot, and it was a good clean dislocation, whereas in others it can break and you never know. So it'll take a scan, it'll take some time before they actually know the full extent of that injury. Callum, 2020 Wan-Bissaka versus Sterling. What a battle that season. Wan-Bissaka was brilliant, yeah. I liked Wan-Bissaka. Right, okay, so I will be back in about half an hour or so for England women against France women. If you haven't yet, please do give us a like, give us a follow. Get up here, like us on TikTok, give us a follow on TikTok. I am going to be live again in half an hour for France women against England women. We'll watch the first half of that, and then we'll be switching over at 9 p.m. to Real Madrid against Borussia Dortmund. Make sure you've given us a follow. Make sure you've liked on YouTube as well. If you haven't gone over to YouTube and subbed, that's my YouTube right there, at Premier League Dad. Make sure you've gone over to X as well, at the PL Dad. Go and give us a follow. Go and give us a like. And subscribe as well on YouTube. And I will see you all in about half an hour. Take it easy.